and we should be good to go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. Don't forget, round for round boxing in development stage at the moment, but coming soon. Check it out. Everything to do with round for round boxing. Check out our playlist. We are the official channel for round boxing. So all the trailers, the latest news, the fighters that are going to be featuring in the game, the new fighters that will be featuring inside the game. This is a channel for it. So BWTM in association with Round for Round Boxing. I'm really excited about it. Okay, this is review or reaction to the Tyson Fury versus Pianeta press conference. It's short, sweet, and to be honest, there was nothing Tyson Fury said there that wasn't expected. To be honest, the one thing I'm glad he did say over and over and over and over again to people, particularly Fury fans, who believe somehow the other, the Tyson Fury who fought Vladimir Klitschko is the same Tyson Fury that we're going to get against Deontay Wilder in 2018. That's just simply not going to happen. What I've been imploring or encouraging boxing fans to do is to take note of Tyson Fury 2018 against Safa Safiri. That is what Tyson Fury is today. And then obviously the progression from that person there to the next training camp and the next fight, which is Pianeta. Tyson Fury himself, Tyson Fury said it himself. And the moment he said that, I was like, I'm so glad Tyson said that. I'm so glad, because he's probably been told over and over and over again. And he's not even been told. He's probably heard it 1,001 times. People are saying to him, Tyson that beat Klitschko is the same Tyson's going to fight against Wilder. It's not going to happen. That Tyson Fury is etched in history. It's gone. It's done. Things have changed. It doesn't take a rocket scientist or Stevie Wonder to work out that Tyson Fury is no longer with Peter Fury. He's now with Ben Davison. So that's a different setup. It's a different chemistry. It's a different training camp. It's different the way they go about things. For better or for worse, we don't know. Nobody knows. And Safa Safiri isn't the test to discover that. So I've just been saying that over and over and over again. So I'm glad Tyson said that. Really glad he said that. I sort of feel sorry for Tyson because, people are still expecting that guy who fought Klitschko and stuck that in their mind, expecting that kind of performance, but not taking into consideration the struggles he's had to get himself from where he was, 28 stone, down to, 18 stone, whatever he's weighing now. That's his own doing. And I'm glad he's admitted that as well. It's his own doing. No one else to blame but himself. So now he's got himself down to fighting weight. But, fighting weight is one thing. Fighting fitness is another. And you only get that through doing rounds. You can do all the rounds you want in sparring, but sparring isn't a fight, And so therefore, again, I don't think that Pianeta is the right sort of preparation for Tyson to then go and fight Deontay Wilder. I really don't. I think boxing's about continuity. I think it's about preparation. I think it's about getting the right fights at the right time. And I keep on saying that. Skill is one thing, and Tyson is a hugely skilled athlete. But even Tyson Fury that fought that Vladimir Klitschko, even that Tyson Fury at that time would have had problems against Deontay Wilder. Tyson can say what he wants about where they're bums. I'm the greatest heavyweight. He can say those things. He's meant to say those things because that's him believing in himself. But the reality is, he even said himself, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. One thing that sort of like did disturb me in the presser was that he turned around and said he wanted to become a 5-time heavyweight champion of the world. Well, Tyson, there only is one way I think you could fathom doing it after being a 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. I mean, so if you went and you beat Wilder, you become a 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. For you to then do that, you'd have to retire and then come back. to be through time or get beat. One of the two things. 5 times, 30 years old. Well, that's pushing, I think, in my personal opinion, because I don't know how many times you can go to the well after abusing your body the way you did to keep on doing that and that sort of lifestyle. Whether that lifestyle's changed with Tyson, I don't know. It's not my business. But what I can tell you is this, is that the Pianeta fight is a continuation of the Safa Safiri fight. It's not a continuation from the Klitschko fight. And as long as people can understand that and get that in their brains, that's fine. We are looking to continue under the Ben Davison era. So the Ben Davison era begins with Safa Safiri. It continues with Francesca Pianeta. And then it will continue with Deontay Wilder. Should Tyson get past Pianeta? Pianeta's big. He's strong. If I'm him, I'd go straight at Tyson. If I'm Pianeta, I'd go straight at Tyson and just try and land that big punch. That's it. See where this guy goes. And see if you can take this fight into the second half of the fight. For Tyson, he needs this fight to go into the second half of the fight. People say, well, no, I don't want it to go second half of the fight. I want Tyson to blow him away. Well, okay. If Tyson blows Pianeta away in the first couple of rounds, yes, it might be impressive, but it's not good for him because you're going into a world title fight. You haven't fought 12 rounds since the Klitschko fight 3 years ago. So then it's that preparation. You're getting into a world title fight against a big puncher and your skill level, you're going to have to try and outbox this guy, you know, and you might want to take this guy late. Can you take this guy late? Have you got the fitness to go 12 rounds? I'm not talking about what he did against Klitschko. Forget that. So as far as I'm looking at a guy that went against Safa Safiri, that guy, that's the guy, in all honesty, with weight lost, that guy is who you're putting against Deontay Wilder. Forget the Klitschko fight. That guy. And I want to make that very clear. That guy with weight lost, which is what we're going to see with Pianeta. So I expect Tyson to be sharper. I expect Tyson to have a better body structure, like have lost a lot more weight and less rolls around his midriff. Those are things I expect. So we'll see. It'll be also interesting to see if Pianeta can get in close and launch a body attack to Tyson and go. If I'm Pianeta, I'll go for Tyson's body, the gut, you know, and see how he goes over, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rounds. How does Tyson's fitness hold up? Those are going to be questions. Again, if Tyson blows out Pianeta in the first 3 or 4 rounds, like I said, fitness-wise, we have some questions to ask. The other thing that was quite confusing, quite irritating and quite annoying was the translator. It seemed that John Rawling, shout out to John Rawling, great man John Rawling, the commentator for Box Nation BT and has done some other great work as well. I saw actually recently on YouTube John Rawling doing some old school commentary for like fights in the 1930s in black and white with his like voiceover to commentating, and that was really good stuff. But anyway, going back to my point, the translator, she struggled to even understand English because John Rawling had to actually speak to her more than once to explain. When he was asking the question, he had to ask her again and say it to her again to ask Pianeta. If you're that bad in translation, you should be a damn translator. If you can't understand the English, right, you should be a damn translator. And then what the hell were they whispering about? Why were they whispering? I didn't understand. You got Tyson on the microphone and Pianeta just looking around and this lady in the background just kind of whispering in his ear. Why were they whispering? Why didn't they have a microphone? So was the translator that good or was the translator that poor that they weren't confident in translating? So, and then he asked her another question and she was going to be befuddled. And I'm like thinking, hold on, this is a boxing press conference and they're asking you questions. And the woman herself probably didn't even know what a damn southpaw was. So that was another thing. So it was all these things. And then I've just heard, who has paid for Shannon Briggs' ticket to come to the UK? Who? Is this a Frank Warren stunt? Who's paid for it? Is it BT? Who cares about Shannon Briggs come to UK? Shannon Briggs say it's going to get messy. Who cares? Is Shannon Briggs going to be this? I told you the other day, boxing fans, and we talked about this the other day, about We talked about boxing being WWE. Remember I said the WWE style, that it's becoming more like wrestling. Why have we got Shannon Briggs flying into the Fury fight? I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's just making a mockery because this guy hasn't fought. This guy has got caught with drugs cheat, and we're all, let's go, champ. Why? What for? What, for Shannon to kick off? For there to be excuse for a Deontay Wilder fight not to happen? It's all ridiculous. But I'm glad Tyson said the things he said. He looks in a good state of mind, and as predictable as he always has been, always been unpredictable. I would like to see somebody else as the opponent, only personality-wise, because Pianeta doesn't bring anything to this promotion apart from a body. And that's being brutally honest. He brings nothing to the promotion. Yeah, he's got a record. Yeah, I appreciate that, and he's a boxer. But in terms of, it would have been nice to have somebody there who could have spoken back with Tyson. But, you know, it's a special attraction, they've called it. Not the undercard. He's a special attraction. I like that. Still the undercard to Carl Frampton. Right, so let's get in the room and let's see what people are saying. Yes, Kyra, how are we doing? Fury has balls, a real man, and not a shithouse like them other duckers out there. Let me tell you something. You can be a fighting man and have no sense. Now, if he goes in against Deontay Wilder and gets smashed to bits, if that happens, and there is every possibility could happen, and the history of, Tyson said himself, of the linear champion, 98% of them come back and don't achieve. Well, Ali didn't do it in his first attempt coming back. So, you know, Tyson is flying in the face of history, and he's flying in the face of the boxing gods, because the boxing gods are very unforgiving. You know, you can have all the boxing, you can have all the logic in the world, but the boxing gods are unforgiving. If you haven't done the road work, if you haven't prepared strategically right, if you haven't got the right trainer in the corner, if you haven't got the rounds under your belt, if you make a mistake, the boxing gods are unforgiving. So he can be a fighting man all he wants. Every man who gets in the ring as boxer is a fighting man. So it's, you know, everyone's fighting. What they're fighting for, and they're what constitute being a fighting man. Any man who gets in the ring, puts a pair of gloves on and fights as a fighting man. So I don't buy all this stuff about, you know, Tyson's a fighting man and Joshua's not a fighting man. Listen, say what you want about Joshua. He's fighting Povetkin. Yeah, he could have fought Deontay Wilder. That fight's gone. We've got Fury versus Wilder. But the Povetkin fight, as far as I'm concerned, he's fighting a guy that's been ranked in the top 3 for God knows how many years. So Povetkin is over all the governing bodies, a ranked heavyweight and a top ranked heavyweight. So it is what it is. If Joshua had gone on and fought, you know, the Wilder fight's not there, and everyone's blaming Joshua, but you got to look at also the promoter as well, has got a lot to do with this. If he fights Wilder and wins in November, then in 5 months he had 3 fights and won a world title. So much negative about him. So many Fury haters. I hope he wins and shuts them all haters up. No, for me, it's not about hating. It's about some facts. It's about facts. And Fury himself has said, I'm not the guy that was. So it's not about hating. Got nothing to do with hating. People use the word hate when they cannot bring up or use, they can't explain themselves. So they use the word hating. Just a shortcut for lazy. It's lazy talk. It's not about hate. If you listen to what I'm saying logistically or logically and put it through, he hasn't fought for so long. He's been out for 3 years. I've said it. Everything I'm saying before, I'm saying now. And everything I've said before and repeating now has all more or less come to pass. I said to you what Tyson Fury said today is exactly what I've been saying. So I'm not hating. If it comes out the same, if it comes out the man's mouth, how can that be hating? Ridiculous. You're only as good as your last fight. It's true. You are only as good as your last fight. And the last fight is Safa Safiri. That's it. He may end up going beyond his 2015 from certainly looks like stronger. He may improve from 2015. He may. He stopped Safiri, which Char didn't do. Not a bad initial layoff. He didn't stop Safiri. Safiri quit in his stall. We don't know if it was basically the promoter that stopped the fight whether it was Seferi who was told, don't come out for the next round. I don't know. It just, the fight looked bad anyway, so I didn't want to talk about the Seferi fight. This for me is the Tyson Fury comeback fight. Forget the Seferi fight. That was about him losing weight. This is the comeback fight. Let's see what other people have got to say. For some reason, I don't know. I can't see everyone else's comments at the moment. So let me see if I can refresh this. I can see other people's comments. Else's comments at the moment. So let me see if I can refresh this. I can see other people's comments. So, you know, glad to see Tyson back. He's a great addition to the heavyweight division as always. But you're not going to get me sitting here and calling him the greatest of all time, even though he said that statement about him saying he's the greatest heavyweight of all time. Tyson Fury's believed he's the greatest heavyweight of his era. He said of his era. He said that to me in 2013. That was the first interview I did with Tyson. So in 2013, he said that. So he's always believed it. So nothing new there. Pianeta's had more history at heavyweight fighting Klitschko, McCall, Duhaupas, Chagaev, so we can better judge Tyson form. Totally agree with you there on that point, Mark. People need to remember, this ain't the Tyson show. He's overshadowed crap Frampton's card with the Wilder stuff. Of course. Too many shit houses in boxing. Fury comes back, takes on the biggest puncher in the world. Okay, sure. Sugar Ray Leonard came back and took on Marvin Hagler. What? Muhammad Ali came back and fought the four top fighters didn't challenge for the heavyweight championship of the world. So your point, you know, but Ali wasn't successful. So your point is, I just, you know, again, repeating what Tyson said. Tyson used the word shithouse. So be original. Come out with your own comments. Don't have to be sheep and follow the gang. Come out with your own comments. Be really original. You know, you've got a mind of your own to think. But yeah, my thoughts are, like I've said, without repeating myself, glad to see Tyson back. Glad to see he's losing the weight. We still don't know what that relationship between him and Ben Davison is in terms of produce. And I don't think Tyson's going to... He'll tell you he's getting better, but how do you know if Tyson's getting better? How do you know? Pianeta should not be the mark for Tyson Fury getting better. Tyson Fury would have beaten Pianeta back even when the days when he was beating Hammer and Chisora. So I see Pianeta on the same level as Christian Hammer and at that level, Christian Hammer, Derek Chisora. And I say that with respect to Tyson Fury's performance against both those guys. That's where Pianeta, Ustinov, Vac, that sort of level. He's at that sort of level. Duhaupas, yeah, that sort of level. And then there's, I think after that, it's the world champions for me. So yeah, I think that's about it. Not a big video, not a long video. All the best for Tyson Fury coming out this weekend. We will be doing live commentary of Fury versus Pianeta and Frampton versus Jackson. And I think what's his name again? Paddy Barnes fights for a world title as well. So we'll be covering all that all here live on BWTM Sports. So don't forget to rate, subscribe, check us out, BWTM Sports. Let's see. Mark Sanders says, it's not ideal, but there's a small window of opportunity to fight Wilder before he gets busy with mandatory and unification. So Tyson has to take the fight now. Remember what I said. Back in 2017, early 2018, and this channel. Remember I said, I hope Tyson Fury does not take 2 fights and then get a world title shot. That is exactly what's happened. I thought it was going to happen under Eddie Hearn. It's happened under Frank Warren. I said it. 2017 stroke 2018. 2018 said in 2017 wasn't going to make the comeback. Now he didn't make the comeback. 2018, I said, I hope 2 fights and a world title fight. I hope that doesn't happen for Tyson Fury. And I hope he's smart enough not to take the fight. I don't believe there's a small window of opportunity at all. I think that's absolute crap. I think Tyson Fury is the champion, linear champion. He would, 3-4 fights. The window of opportunity, that to me equals for someone like Wilder or Joshua. Let's not allow this man to get himself back to anywhere close to where he was in 2015 against Klitschko. Let's make sure he's nowhere like that. Let's make sure that he's not fit. Let's make sure he's not sharp. Let's make sure we get him now. And that's what's happening with him and Wilder. That's all it is. It's good boxing. It's good boxing management. That's all it is. And now people saying, I hope, well, his boxing ability can win the fight. We'll see. This is myself from BWTM Sports. I'm out. Thanks for watching.